Hello everyone. I wanted to do a really quick video. When we started doing the collage, I did it as a live stream, and I feel like I didn't really give any direction, or and I didn't talk about starting how to start collage. So I kind of wanted to revisit that and to say a few things just really quickly, and just to get us started with something and a direction to go in. And I do apologize. I probably shouldn't have done that on a live stream, but I was really anxious to start. And I know all you guys were too. So these are the collages that I did during the live stream. And I just wanted to say, I don't want to get hung up on definitions of, what's collage and, what's the difference between, collage and something else. What I really want to do myself is just to relax and have fun and enjoy doing some kind of a process. For me, there are no rules to collage. That's the first rule. It's the only rule. There are no rules. There are some guidelines that help me, that make me, when I look at my collage, that make me like my collage a little bit better. So I want to give you some starting points so that you can go ahead and just start doing some stuff. I'm going to start out with something really, really easy, really fast. Part of the battle of collage is just starting. The more you do it, the more you get comfortable with it, and the more fun it becomes, and the more addictive it is. And so just to start out with, find some random bits of paper that have different kinds of texts on them, different fonts, different sizes, just some random stuff. And I am tearing stuff before I get my glue out because I get my fingers all gluey, and I don't like that so much because I start sticking to stuff. And I am just going to get some small little pieces of painted paper, some printouts. This is just a part of a letter, some painted paper. Let me get a little piece of painted paper out, and maybe a little piece of this wrapping paper. And I am just not going to think about anything, and I am just going to lay down a background. Just a mishmash, hodgepodge. This is an envelope, and I do kind of want to keep that open. So let me put this on the bottom somewhere here. I'm going to start with large pieces and fill up my space with smaller pieces. It's easier to do it that way. It goes a little bit faster. And you get area covered a little bit easier. I do like that little spirograph part. And that's all I'm doing, is just covering up what I don't want. You can paint background if you want to paint a little bit on there. And just overlapping stuff so that it kind of looks like you thought about it, but you don't have to think about it. Just so it kind of looks like things are interacting with each other. And that's all I am doing, is just putting stuff down just to cover up what was there before. I can stamp on that and put a little bit more pattern. More texture is, one of the words that, those fancy words that some people use. A little bit of texture, which means some pattern, some interest, something for your eye to look at. And I'm just going to do that. And I'm going to do it on the top. And there I have a nice little fast little background. Just I've collaged some pieces on that are interesting. And then I need to find just a little picture or a little something just to put on there. And I kind of like her, but I think she's too dark for this page. I need something that's kind of light, and I did not pick out anything in particular, so I don't have anything. But just to move on, but that's what I would do, and then I would find maybe something interesting as a focal point to put on there. I mean, I guess she would work. Not quite so sure if I like that or not. And I'm just going to move on. I'm not going to, fuss over it. I'm not going to worry about it. When I use images, I like to find images that are like just a background, that don't have anything that catches your eye. I like to start out with things like that, and I am going to get a new piece of paper out here to glue on so I don't get glue everywhere. I'm just going to glue this great big huge piece down because it's fast if you put something large down first. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it up here in the corner. And I'm going to use a cloth to get my collage down there really nice against the paper so it doesn't come up later. And then I've got this page here, you can hardly see. I've got some stuff here that I really don't want to see, so I am going to pick out other stuff. And in fact, this image has a part of a girl here that kind of looks kind of strange. So I am just going to cover that up with random bits. And I am not going to think about it too much. Some of the things for collage that might help make you feel like it's what you like to do or what you want to see. There is a rule of thirds. You don't want if you pair things up together, 2 images, 4 images, it's not as pleasing to the eye for some reason, and I kind of like that, but I don't like that it's white against that. White seems to jar me a little bit, so I am going to dust a little bit of ink on it to make it look a little older. To blend it, I'm just using a latte, and I'm actually going to do it right here on top of this other collage, because I don't care if the other one gets blended a little bit or not. I need some color on there so it's not quite so stark white. This is kind of adding a little bit of interest to my background here, because I'm adding some weird color to it. I don't think too much about it. I like to look at the color. I really am fascinated by the way color reacts to each other. And that white was blaring out at me too much, and now it's kind of toned down a little bit, so it's not quite so eye-catching. So I like that. I like to put like colors together, and I like cool colors together, and I like the warmer colors together. I don't usually mix them too much. It doesn't usually, I usually don't like it so much if I put too much color, too many different kinds of colors together. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I kind of like this image right there. And all I'm doing is just kind of playing around with stuff, putting stuff down, seeing what I like, what I don't want there. I can cover up other stuff that I don't want to see, and just keep adding stuff. I'm still kind of just doing a background, and I will add something to it to catch the eye in just a second here. I'm not quite done adding what I want to add. I feel like I need another little bit of text or something up here in the corner just to even stuff out. You know, there is a rule of thirds. You don't want to have two, how do I say, rule of thirds. I'm not sure exactly how to say it, so I will leave that alone for now. If you have one image on a page, sometimes it helps to make it more interesting. If you off-center that image just a little bit, you don't want your image just to be dead set in the middle. You want to like move it around a little bit, and try to keep that in mind. I don't need that little bit down there. Sometimes I fussy cut things out, and I'm not sure I really like this pink with all this. Where's my other lady here? Now I kind of like her, and I did kind of fussy cut around her, but I did a really fast job. It was just kind of iffy. And I think on this background I will like it a little bit more if I really do fussy cut and get that gray stuff off of this picture. I think that she will blend a little bit better into my background. And so I just wanted to set people in the right direction, and really most of the challenge is just starting. After a while, you know, just putting stuff down, just making a background like this, just putting random pieces of paper together, stamping on top of it, painting on top of it if that's what makes you feel good, if it makes it look better to you. It's a good place to start, just to make some backgrounds. And then when you find images that you would like to use, you've got backgrounds ready just to put a focal point on. This is taking a little longer than I had hoped. Almost there, guys. I don't want her to look like she's been chopped out to death. Just want her to look a little bit better. All right. So it's always fun just to sit there and to glue pieces of paper. It's relaxing for me. It's very relaxing. I enjoy that process, and it's nice to come back and have just a simple background. Now I really like this background. I might just leave it just the way it is. I like things in threes. There's 3 circles here. I like an odd number of things on my page. It makes my eye it makes my eyes happy. I don't know why. So now I want to place her on there, and she's kind of cut off on the bottom, so I kind of need to put her so she looks like she's coming out of something, and there's a little bit of white on that top of that I want to get rid of, so it looks right on the background. She needs to look like she's coming out of something so that she doesn't look like she's cut in half. I kind of like her down here, and I think I will put her kind of right there. I don't want her right in the middle. I don't want her to be feel out of place. I kind of like that, but it feels like I need something else over here. So let me see, what else do I have? Maybe a piece of painted paper, maybe, and this is where I start auditioning stuff to see what I like. And this takes a while. It takes some time. I kind of like this. I like the green in that. I tear edges because it adds a little bit more interest. I don't want to cover up this cool little gate or these trees. I really like the way those look, but maybe if I put something like that, so she's got a little bit of a background. Nope. It's not working for me. I think maybe that is too green. Maybe something a little bit more muted might make me feel better. And it depends on how you tear the paper as to what edge has the white spot, but we'll get into that a little bit more later. I feel like I need something up here, but I don't want to cover up that area right there. I kind of like that. So I am not going to think about it anymore. I'm stressing about it a little bit too much. So I am just going to put that down. I'm layering stuff over other stuff. I am going to lay her down, and then I am going to fix the bottom of her so she doesn't look like she's just floating there in midair, cut in half like a strange thing, a strange something. And I kind of like her off to the center just a little bit. Like I said, I'm not thinking about it too much. And since I have this paper up here, I might just add a little bit. There's the piece that I cut off, I tore off, so I am just going to add that piece because it's nice and skinny. I'm just going to add it down here on the bottom. So she looks like she's coming out of something. So she doesn't look like she was chopped in half. Now I've got 2 strips of this paper, and that seems odd to me. So I am going to get just one more little piece so that there's 3, because I like odd numbers, and I am going to put that right there over that little seam there just to make it look like it belongs that way. It looks, and I kind of like the way that that has turned out. Now I like the circles on this side, and to match it a little bit, I think I might just add a quick little circle. And I am going to just make it a half a circle. So I'm putting that paste underneath it just to make it just a little bit more even, something different. You can stamp on your papers before you use them, or do something like that. So I am going to stop at that point. It's a cute little collage, just random little bits, and I'm going to go on to my next page. So I just wanted to leave you with some little bits, just to get started, and just to, that's all you need, just to start doing something. Collect some images that you like, get some background papers, get some text, get some painted papers, stamp on some paper. You can use scrapbook papers just to get started, and after a while you'll start knowing the things that you like and what you like to see. If you start with stuff that you already like, chances are you're going to continue to like your page as you continue going. You can find a focal image that you like and then match papers to it and then randomly put them down, or you can randomly put down papers and then find a focal point that kind of goes with it. You don't have to even do a whole page all at one time. You can put 2 papers down on here, go to another page, put a little bit more on there, come back and do all kinds of different stuff. And at the end, you will have all kinds of fun stuff that you can enjoy later. So, like I said, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of direction. Of course, we're going to be exploring a whole bunch of stuff. We're going to add all kinds of stuff, and I'm excited about going forward and doing more collage. I did want to kind of start out slow, but some of you guys are going way fast, a lot faster than I had expected. So, my challenge for you for this next week, because we're going to do collage on the live stream again on Tuesday. My challenge is, now that you've got images, magazine images, and text and painted papers and scrapbook papers, I challenge you to look out for other kinds of things from your life. And I meant to grab this and I didn't grab it. Let me grab it real fast. What's fun to do when you're doing collage is to add items from your everyday life. And what's really fun is collecting stuff to put in your collage. So we've got gum wrappers, candy wrappers, bus transfers, money wraps, we've got tickets, we've got things that I find on the ground. I like things off the ground because it's distressed, it's worn, it's sometimes sun bleached, it's wet, it's crinkled, it's fun, and a lot of this stuff I have found on the ground. Look for patterns in stuff, look for receipts, look for numbers, look for letters. Here's some postage marks. Those are always fun to add. You name it. I think this is a clothing label that was in, I don't even know what language it is. It's probably many different languages because I think I see Russian there. But that's my challenge to you. Look around, find some food packaging, some labels off of bottles, tickets, your receipts, numbers of any kind. Here is a ticket that I got while waiting for some cold cuts at the deli, and I will put that in something. Chopstick bag. I mean, anything. We got envelopes. The security envelopes are always fun. Music, written letters. You can copy things out so that you don't have to use the originals. If you have letters written by your grandmother, in my case, my great-grandparents, I copy those letters out to use in my collage. So that's my challenge. Find some everyday random bits of a whole bunch of different interesting stuff, and we're going to start putting some of this kind of thing in our collage. So I hope that was a little bit more helpful, and I'm really excited about continuing on and doing a bunch of collage with everyone. So thanks for watching.